Tyler, my meeting, I'm going to be jumping out of the show a little bit early because I have a meeting in Royal Oak. And I will say, after my meeting, I'm going to stop by here. Joining us now on the MegaCast, Karen Kahn. She is the owner and CEO, and Stefan Kudek, the executive chef for Nosh Pit Detroit. Great to have you both with us here on the MegaCast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I have to say, Stefan, I love your shirt.
Oh, thank you. It's one of the many designs we've stolen over the years.
Well, with that though, do you feel like the two of you have had to be superheroes to navigate COVID-19 and the pandemic and keep your business running?
Yes, we actually have. We have had to go through a lot of unpredicted things, but we've always managed to re-steer the ship and keep going, and we are making a miracle happen by reopening in the tail of COVID.
So give us a rundown, give us a background on your business. I know that you guys started, I believe, as a food truck, and then you've kind of grown. So give us your story. How'd you get started? How'd you two meet, by the way?
We have a friend group that used to do a monthly potluck, and we just met through her ex-husband is a good friend of mine, so we met that way. And she was looking to get out of her job, and I was between jobs, as they say. So we idly talked about starting a food truck, and we both were interested in the idea, and then she moved to Israel for 6 months. So it kind of was slow to get off the ground. But then when she got back in the country, I was working by that point, but really wanting to work for myself. So the two of us kind of got all of our ducks in a row.
Yeah, what he's leaving out is that we did this at 40 with kids.
Yeah, talk about people who like to take on a challenge.
Yes, we kind of, as adults, decided that we wanted to do something totally different than we had been doing before, and we did something crazy where we kind of didn't see our families for a couple years, working every day. You always say when you start a business,
We're kind of breaking up with the two of you here for just a second. So let's see if we can, Karen, I think sometimes we're, with the internet, when we move around, it slows us down. So can you repeat the last thing, but try not to move around because it's delaying your signal.
Sure. I said we had no idea how much work we were going to get ourselves into, but we've been doing it now for almost 7 years. Starting from catering to the food truck to a restaurant, to now we have 3 food trucks. We've moved along, and we're very, very excited to be opening in Royal Oak.
See, the universe brought you two together.
Yes.
To put you together on this adventure, and it's been just that. Tell us about the past year, though.
Well,
in a lot of ways, our background as a food truck helped us out immensely in this past year. A lot of restaurants had the struggle of how do they transition their food from dine-in to primarily or entirely to go. But because we came from a food truck, our food is inherently thought of as to-go food. So we were fully versed in, packaging and prepping stuff so that it's still good by the time you get home and all that type of things, and doing things with a very small number of staff. So we were able to keep most of our staff almost the entire year. We were between locations between the middle of January and now, so we had to furlough our staff for about 6 weeks. But other than that, we were able to keep our entire full-time staff on for the whole past year.
You forget the 2 weeks. There were 2 weeks where it was just me and you.
Yeah, at the very
I remember 2 weeks.
At the very beginning, it was just she and I doing everything because, that was the very beginning of lockdown and we didn't know what was going to be what. So,
and we stayed open.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then after those 2 weeks, we realized that, people are still doing carry out. People are still, not wanting to cook for themselves. People are still wanting our food. So we were able to bring, people back pretty much.
And you left out all the fun stuff we did. We started a food pantry.
Oh, you did? I was thinking you were going to say, that one time that I was so sick of you, I locked you in the closet. But no, you guys got along.
Point where we were yelling at each other across the restaurant.
And that's just a normal day.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. But we did indeed accomplish a lot for our community during this process. We did indeed help a lot of other vegan restaurants and other businesses that were around as much as we could. We also did want to give a shout out to Chef Bill, who did help us with our food pantry and just won Chef of the Year today for Detroit.
Awesome. Congratulations.
This COVID for us restaurant owners has been a time of coming together because we're all in the same situation where even if it was good before, we're all in this together right now. Yeah.
With that, we've heard so much about the restaurants, right? And people are saying, hey, okay, they're starting to be able to reopen. We're back at 50%. Food trucks have really kind of been the lifeline for so many restaurants to be able to get out. But the one side of the industry I feel like that hasn't been talked about has been the catering business side.
We took a 90% drop this year in catering.
Wow.
We had to give out back over $30,000 of wedding deposits for the past year.
Holy cow.
Cancellations of weddings. The good news is we had one or two come back this year, and we're hoping to see a very busy wedding season this year for our wedding catering side. But
yeah, if all goes well, everybody that postponed last year will be back this year. And
knock on wood.
Yeah, it seems to be, we're getting a lot of inquiries. So hopefully it's safe for people and people remain confident in what the future is going to bring.
I think this summer and this fall is going to be crazy because we've all been so under restrictions. We're going to be just like we're free. But with that though, what do you think has happened to you and your business? We know it's been a struggle and there has been a lot of support behind the scenes to support local. But beyond that, what strengths do you think the two of you learned because of this crisis?
You go first.
Well, I mean, we've always...
It's okay if you're still trying to figure it out. I am.
Neither of us have a food background, really. I worked as a baker briefly before we started this business, and Karen came from, what is the industry that you...
Sustainability services.
Sustainability services. So neither of us had a food background, so we don't know the proper, quote unquote, way to do anything. We just have to figure it out as we go along. So that mentality of getting in sort of, let's figure this out, that mentality of like, what is the least amount of money we can spend because we don't have any money to spend, that sort of mentality that got our food truck up and running has basically allowed us to keep our head above water the past year.
I think what he's trying to say is we're very scrappy. We're parents. We're used to using the duct tape to hold something together. And it does.
Karen Kahn with us here on the MegaCast, along with Stefan Kudek. They are the owner, CEO, and executive chef for the Nosh Pit Detroit. With that, so what are your hours? Is your restaurant open right now?
Not yet. We just got the health department approval, but we still have fire and building to go. So we're about a third, if not halfway there. We have a few more inspections, and we'll be announcing our open date hopefully before the end of the month.
So you're expanding in the middle of a pandemic.
Yes,
You're
we are.
brave. You are so brave.
Thank you.
Brave is one word for it.
He thinks I'm nuts, but yes, same thing.
But in the meantime, because we know catering is kind of on the wayside, how can people find out more about your menu and what sets you apart from so many of the other restaurants that are out there right now?
Well, our food truck won Best Food Truck in Detroit for 3 years in a row through Our Magazine. And that's, as a vegan truck, that blew our minds, because vegan food is not usually the most popular food truck. For us to be awarded that means that we're doing something good. So we're really proud of what we've done. And we will be open soon. And
As soon as we can be.
yes.
NoshPitDetroit.com is our website, and we're on all of the social medias at Nosh Pit Detroit. So we're always updating with, where we're going to be, when we're going to be open, all that good stuff. So we have a good internet presence, so, and people can find us there.
And a GoFundMe.
Yes, on the GoFundMe.
How important has local support been for your company throughout this pandemic?
It has kept us going. Not only have we received funding over $8,000 to help us get through this month in payroll, we decided to use our own staff to do the painting rather than hire a painting company, because we'd much rather keep our people working. And we have gotten people who are coming in and just volunteering their time to help us get open sooner, because they're our fans in our community, and we're grateful for it.
Well, I was on my way to Royal Oak, but I guess I'm going to have to wait until your restaurant actually opens. But we do wish you continued success. Fingers crossed that this is over soon, and that by the time you open your doors, you'll be able to have full capacity to help support you on your mission.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.